Hi, I'm Kerry and I'm going to be doing a short tutorial on 3-part breath. Now this is a brilliant yogic breathing technique for singers, actors or anybody who needs to use their voice to any capacity. Now one of the first things a vocal coach will teach us is the importance of diaphragmatic breathing. And this is for very good reason. It's the least laborious, most effective way of bringing air into the lungs and giving power to the voice. Now this is all very fair and well if you are sitting or standing still, but of course get up on stage, throw in some movement, a complex dance routine or even upside down acrobatics and suddenly all sorts of complications are going to arise. Your body's going to be twisting and turning into all different shapes and areas are going to become very restricted. So 3-part breathing is a technique which helps us maximise the full capacity of the lungs. We can do this by exploring each of the 3 areas into which we can breathe. That's the diaphragm, the lower ribs and the upper chest. And studies show that this breathing technique helps us breathe in 7 times more air into the body. That's 7 times more power and 7 times more oxygen, and that's going to help your concentration, give you a lot more energy and just general zest and life. So first of all, you're going to get yourself positioned into a knelt, a seated position, or even lying down if you prefer on your back. If you want to put some blocks or books or blankets underneath your bottom just to raise your pelvis a little bit, you can do so. That's going to take pressure off the knees slightly. And once you've found a comfortable position, you're just going to start by establishing your own breathing rhythms. Just take a few moments to inhale and exhale and relax the body and the mind, and then that means you're going to get the most out of the breathing exercises to follow. So once you've taken a few moments, just steady the breath and find your own rhythms. We're going to start by exploring the diaphragmatic breath. So we're going to place one hand on the belly, just below the belly button, and the other hand you can place on your upper chest. So you're going to take 5 breaths, and as you inhale, you're going to inhale by expanding and inflating the lower belly. It's going to feel like a balloon effect. So your bottom hand is going to be rising on the inhale and falling on the exhale. So inhale and exhale. And while you're doing this, the rest of the body should remain still. Your upper hand shouldn't be moving in any way at all. So take 5 breaths in that position and just see how that feels. Is it easy? Is it hard? And just relax into it. The breath should be slow and steady. Don't at any point feel any strain. On this area we're going to explore is the lower rib cage area. So this time you're going to take both hands and put them either side of your lower ribs. Take your fingers slightly around the back. And this time the air is going to be brought into the body by expanding the rib cage. So keep any movement in the abdomen to a minimum, well, if any at all, and you'll feel the rib cage lift up, open and backwards. Now there's a lot of space in the back of your rib cage. It's not always utilised, and it's really helpful, especially to dancers who are doing all sorts of movements where the abdomen needs to be kept tight for any reason. So really feel it so you can use that area in the future. So you're going to be inhaling and exhaling. And again, keep that breath really slow and steady and even. And again, no movement in the chest or the shoulders for that one. So after you've explored that area, we're then going to go into the final area, which is the very upper chest. So take one hand just between your collarbones, below your neck, and your other hand can rest on your abdomen, just to make sure your abdomen's not moving on this one. And on these 5 breaths, you're going to start with the previous technique of the lower rib cage expanding. And once that's reached its full capacity, you're going to take that extra bit of air in via the very upper compartment of the chest. So you're really going to feel that in your shoulders. So as you inhale, on the exhale, you'll see that you're going to be doing that in reverse. So empty that very upper area first, and then the lower ribcage area. And while you're doing that, just observe how you feel, how your body feels doing that. It can on one hand feel quite exhilarating, really filling that very upper region to the max, but it can also feel quite trapping, and it takes a lot of effort to really get that area filled. A lot of tension can be held in the shoulders. So the next stage of the exercise is to incorporate all three techniques into one long, even breath. So we're going to take this breath to a count of 9. The first 3 counts we'll take the breath into the belly. The second 3 counts we'll take the breath into the lower rib cage. And last final 3 counts of breath, you'll take it into that very upper area of the chest. And the exhale will be done in reverse. So you'll empty just below the neck first of all, the shoulders. Then you'll empty the lower thoracic region. And then you'll empty the final bits by using a diaphragm. So just keep this breath long and steady and even. You don't need to be straining at any point, so you can always change the counts up if you want to. You can take them down a 2, 2 and 2, or if you want to, you can increase them, whatever you feel most comfortable with. So if you practice this exercise regularly, you're going to feel real benefits, not only to your vocal performance, but also your general health and well-being. You obviously want it to come and help. It's going to improve your respiratory system in leaps and bounds. So I'd say give it a go. Give it a go. See how you feel. And give me feedback if you notice any changes. Thanks. And bye for now. Elijah, can you do some yoga? Can you do some upside down dog? Can you do a cobra pose? Can you do a cobra pose? That's a tree pose. Tree pose. Well done. What about cobra pose? You know cobra pose. On the floor, on your belly. Oh, you want to do tree again? Okay. Alright then. Very clever. Clap your hands. Clever boy. Oh, what's that one? You going to do mountain or warrior? Tree Tom. You're going to be Tree Tom. Alright then.